So much project material. And that's not even all of it.
Previously on Sailing 9 Lives,
Well, the sea state's not so bad.
we finished up our shakedown cruise from Long Island, and I was a bad mom and took Rhea on the bow. But it was really, really, really calm, so I was only like sort of a bad mom. Mostly a good mom. Actually, always a good mom.
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah.
If you've been watching our videos up to this point, you'll already know that we installed a custom fabricated aluminum arch from Nautical Creations. What you don't know about is some of the trouble we ran into during this install. Because the cockpit surfaces we chose to mount the feet of the arch to are a bit awkward, we ordered the arch oversized in several dimensions so we could then custom cut the tubes to properly locate the mounting feet.
So that's just about right. On the port side of the boat, the mounting pad goes somewhere around here. So clearly this Hubble phone TV interface is gonna have to go. And I've never used it, never plan on using it. It's coming out.
With the arch now cut to size, we had to do a test fitting to see where the feet were going to go. But because of the discrepancy between the boat being sort of not square in different sizes, we couldn't fully install any edges properly. So we were kind of relying on duct tape and manpower. And that obviously was not the best solution because the arch totally fell in the water.
Not totally.
Half of the arch totally fell in the water.
Like 2/3.
Fell in the water.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going down.
We were able to fish out the biggest piece that fell in using an old mop.
Which is also our boat hook.
I didn't tell you it was warm. But one of the feet, which was simply gorilla taped to the end of the tube, was lost at the bottom.
I doubt this will work.
Why?
You can't see
It's
anything.
like you have to go down and just feel around.
I don't know if I can go down that deep.
Probably about 8 feet.
You think that's it?
I was able to grab it with this thing, maybe 10 feet.
Because the arch was so custom, it's not like we could just go to Home Depot and order this foot. We'd have to basically go back to the manufacturer and wait for that whole dog and pony show.
Tell you something.
What?
It's gonna be. It won't be right by the boat because it's probably flipped up.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna try our best.
I'm just doing up and down.
Yep.
We just figured we're experienced divers. Why not give it the old touch and feel? Try to find it.
Yeah, buddy.
How's the water once you're in it?
Fine. Cold, but
In the muck and mud of the polluted Hudson River.
It's actually quite clean these days. Find it?
I'm gonna. Tell us whether to not use the goggles.
I don't know. Probably not helping.
Yeah,
Can't
right?
see anything.
What?
Can't see anything.
Yeah.
Give me those and then I'm really hoping you find them.
Damn it.
There we go.
Nope.
That's a stick.
Yeah. Alright, come on.
Wow. It's really cool.
I told you it was really cold.
Oh boy.
I'm trying to push myself down. It's so buoyant. It's like saltwater.
Alright, I'm gonna come over here and try it on this side.
Oh my god. And then I think that we could go into the boat a little bit. No way! Woohoo!
They even got the bolt.
You're the best! Oh, let's get out of here.
I picked it up with my feet and
Oh,
handed it off
that's
to myself.
awesome. That's so good. Good thought. Good thought. I'm going over there. Oh, nice, baby.
Cool. I don't think there's any towels in the boat right now.
Oh.
I need to get in shape.
Oh, you're the best.
Duke really likes to put the Y in DIY, even though I warned him, please don't do this by yourself. What does he go and do? Does it by himself.
I'm a very capable DIY installer, so what could go wrong? Kind of predictable, I guess.
Just as cold. Just as cold. I already found this with my foot. Okay. Pretty sure the other foot is gone. Okay.
What's happening here? Why are you still in the water?
Well, of course the foot fell off again.
Of course it did. I didn't even know this happened. Because you were by yourself, so...
Yeah.
So, you know. Oh, look, you found the goggles. That's nice.
Yeah, because I couldn't catch him last time.
My whip is mean to me.
Don't judge me. Yeah. Found it.
Despite multiple trips into the freezing cold water, looks like you decided I can do this myself.
Yeah, third time's the charm.
That's good. Happy for you.
But this time, I did it smart. I strapped everything together and then put a safety line on the top.
Didn't you do that the second time?
I was going to do it the second time.
No, but you were too slow. Fell in the water before you could safety strap it.
Let's just call it incorrect order of operations.
I'm glad you fixed that problem.
Yeah. But anyway, this time managed to put it in place and mark off the locations for the feet. Okay, with the feet locations finally marked properly, I was able to temporarily install them with a couple screws and then test fit the arch again. But this time, I was definitely not going to drop it into the river. I think that'll do it. Okay, finally ready to move on to the next step, which was to reinforce the fiberglass behind where we bolt the feet to the hull. So I laid in layers of mat cloth behind each foot and called it done.
What I want to do is put it on here so that when I pull it tight, it flattens out. And I make sure that I go around the entire perimeter, and I go around the holes, and put some on the inside. Over here. Can't find the hole. All right. 201, dupe, 0. There's my cap. Do the same thing here. Get it all around the holes. I don't want water finding its way in. That's the wrong screwdriver. All right. And behind every foot, I have a plate that goes on the inside. A washer, a lock washer, and then a nut. And I prefer to use nylock nuts because they tend to not vibrate free. And when I have Virginia to help me, I will tighten these nuts down.
And then we brought the arch home so we could bolt all the pieces together. Well, it made it down here, so that's pretty good. is the arch our daughter's gonna get married under.
Oh yeah.
Well, with the feet permanently attached, all we had to do was come down and actually attach the rest of the arch to the feet.
Good thing I still had a pretty big butt post-pregnancy to help push that arch into place for enough tension, huh?
Damn good thing, baby.
Big old butt.
Big ol' butt.
Not as big as your butt.
Putting tension on it, so it's really freaking hard to drive these screws through the holes. We'll get there.
Gotta get it through that hole. Looks like. Ta-da!
Good enough.
Good enough.
On to the next part of the project. So we ordered a 400-watt solar panel kit, complete with a MPPT charge controller. We're still in the middle of renovations to our house, and you can see here I haven't yet laid our slate tiles in the living room.
But that's not important right now.
I used the wide open space as a workshop out of the sun, so I could mark off, drill, and bolt together all of the solar panels, plus some additional pieces of angular aluminum, which serve to rigidly mount them all together and give the overall structure some strength. Back at the yacht club.
My task for today is to get all these solar panels test fit up there.
I actually ended up using some light bar mounts intended for 4x4s and that sort of thing, because they had the proper inner diameter for the bars of the arch, and I could easily bolt them together on the solar panel assembly, and in the future they'll be easy enough to disconnect if I ever need to.
This is where I'm mounting the charge controller. Ugh, messy. Already powered up, 12.9 volts coming to the battery. Look at that, with that wired up. Solar panel light came on, battery's obviously on. Now I just need to configure this thing. By the way, we are charging right now, and look at this sky. Charging. It's on slow right now because the batteries are pretty well full. Very cool.
Okay, Sky. So, is this your first time on a sailboat?
Yes,
What are your thoughts?
I like it. I get seasick sometimes, like I went on a cruise before, but like this is much more soft and calming and relaxing, and it's much better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? We're not going very fast, though.
Barely moving, but yes.
I like it like that.
Yeah, it's no big deal, right?
I'll probably fall off the boat if we go any faster. So.
No, this is a catamaran, so it has two hulls, so it doesn't really like sway and move and weigh like a monohull would. So that's why I really wanted a cat too, because I get really seasick.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah, but this is like, look, we're not even moving at all. Look at the shoreline. It'll take us like an hour just to pass that tree.
Yeah, it's very low wind today.
Yeah, but whatever. It's just to be in the boat. So the sun's gonna set, and we're just gonna watch the sunset. And let's see, we have Conrad and Phoenix and Rhea. And they're inside the boat munching. Hey, Duke. Good job with those sails.
We're sailing.
Rhea said dad, doggy, and ma. It's a beautiful day, huh?
Really, like, you know she means doggy, because she chases Pirate around. She goes, doggy, doggy. Yeah.
Apparently I'm on camera duty now, so.
So I finally found out what that building is after staring at it for years and never actually looking it up. But it used to be a pumping station when New York City used to source its water right here from the Hudson River. That's what that was.
And then it got super polluted, and then almost everybody died from drinking the
All the
Hudson water.
chemical companies moved in, yeah, and it got a little hairy.
And what channel gave you that info?
Happy Sail, well, it's Happy Hours, O-U-R-S. Adventures of Happy Hours, maybe? I don't know. They're a motorboating channel, and like they're a cool couple.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Despite all the projects and work, we actually get to enjoy the boat every once in a while.
Down at the bottom.
Good.
Two very common seabirds in the area.
Seabirds.
Seabirds.
You're crazy.
You named yourself potato chip.
Nah, it's Sky. We already did the whole video. Sky. Sky, it's Sky Potato Chip. That's your full name.
Fight on to victory. Messing it up.
We know that song.
You know it?
Flirtation walk.
Flirtation walk.
I thought it was called Kissing Cove.
No, well, there is a kissing walk around there with lips and stuff on it.
Oh.
But I had never been there.
Maybe once.
Fight on to victory, for that's the fearless army way. Ba-da-la-da-la-da-la, hard way of old army team. Good job.
Yeah, those the words.
Raya, what are you doing? Hey, what's your oppa? Oh, she's so big.
I'm the founder. I'm really cold.
Lost my hat. It was amazing.
You lost it? I guess this was so good. Not quite the end of the season, but it's pretty cold.
We don't even have an end of this season.
Woo!
That ain't a boat hook.
Successful mission?
Successful mission. We sailed all the way down to West Point, turned around, motored against the wind, but it was very nice.
Against the wind, against the current.
We got in, we didn't hit anything, nobody died,
We didn't really get a sunset though.
but nobody died. Rule number one. Now you know what? Rule number two.
No. Rule number one.
Don't hit anything.
Don't hit anything.
Rule number two.
Rule number two.
Don't die.
I feel like that's a
How many
loose rule number two.
violations of Rule 2s have you had?
Zero. We have an excellent record.
That's a good percentage.
Hey, Raya.
Hey.
Oh.
I love my Aunt
She
KK.
rejected me.
I love my Aunt KK. I love my Aunt KK. I love my Aunt KK.
My final task for this episode, anyway, was to get our new Garmin radome mounted up to the top of the center of the arch. I ended up running the wires down the outside of the tubes for now, until I could get everything hooked up and dialed in before I take the next step of actually burying them in the tubes. Next up on Sailing 9 Lives, we finish a handful of projects before we finally take off on our adventures south, including do-it-yourself dinghy love.
You love that old dinghy.
Well, it doesn't do anything yet, but it looks cool.
know, Dad, I didn't get a job because his son went to the Navy, and I was like, oh, go Army beat Navy, right? Haha. And he was like, no, that's not funny.
When was that? When was that?
I don't know, when I was interviewing. He's like, no, not in this office.